Hey BC, it's Brett here. I wanted to jump in on the reply to Memphis Final Jim and the Misses Best 10. Really a good question. Really enjoyed it. It was a tough one to go with. I mean, to figure out what would be your perfect 10. There's so many albums out there. I got a little stack of some that I think are perfect 10s, and then after I'm done, I'll put up the one that I feel is the perfect 10. Let me kind of start here. First one on my list, Styx, Cornerstone. One of my favorite Styx albums. The cover is just awesome. All the way to the insert, or the inner sleeve, which is actually cardboard, not paper. To me, this is just a well-rounded album. Loved it since I was a young lad, and front to back, backwards, forwards, any way you do it, the music is just great. Let's see, what else do I got in here? Well, here's one that I thought was... This was an interesting one because this is two 10s by the same... I got a couple in here, actually by the same groups, but this one in particular was, to me, in a way, it was kind of phenomenal because it was two 10s done by the same group with a whole different lineup, back to back. And a lot of you probably could figure it out, got playing in the background. First off, you had Van Halen's 1984. Strong album, front to back. There wasn't a weak song on this, and this was one hell of an album for them to go out on with David Lee Roth, and then to turn around 2 years later and do 5150 with Sammy Hagar. This was another album, back to front. It was just, they were perfect albums, and to me, in my opinion, it was two of Van Halen's best albums. And it's just the whole idea that they did it with two different singers, and you know, you don't see that too often where a band can do that. Oh, let's see here. Now, of course, you know me, being this one was originally my 10, and I'm surprised I haven't seen this with anybody else. Dark Side of the Moon, Pink Floyd. I mean, what can you say? This album, from the first song to the last song, flows incredibly. It's almost like reading a book. And since I picked that one out, I also had to add in another one, The Wall. Same way, tells a story from front to back. Every song is excellent. Plus, the neat thing about these, if you look at them, it's the simplicity in the covers. They're very simple, nothing fancy, you know, and it just gets right to the point. You know, it happens with both of them. How can you get any more simple covers with the perfect meanings wrapped up in them? And then one that I recently did, this one has become one of my most favorite albums, and I know I've probably ran it into the ground, mentioned it enough, that by one of the musicians of Pink Floyd. It's David Gilmour's On an Island. None of you have listened to this. This is just a beautiful album. Well done, well packaged. This is incredible. I mean, this is a Holland pressing, and I mean, nothing more I can say about it. If you haven't listened to it, give it a listen, because it really is he did a really good job. Very beautiful music. Now, I was going through my records, and I'm thinking, I had some specific albums that I'm like, oh, those are 10, and you know, like a lot of the other people have done the videos, one more jumps in, one more jumps in, but as I was going through it, it dawned on me that there is one album, and it is a 10. Nobody can deny it for what it is, and it's 10. Michael Jackson's Thriller. I don't think, really, honestly, any other album could compare to this. as far as the music went. I mean, every song on that album damn near went #1. It was well arranged, well done, and you got to give, you know, MJ credit. You know, it was the perfect album in my opinion. 10 out of 10. I mean, even the cover of him sitting on it's just a sharp cover. It's clean. It's just really a nice picture of him before he, you know, kind of went off the deep end. And it's just an amazing album, and I think everybody pretty much agree to that. But that was a hard one for me to do. You know, I really had to look through that and had to really pick which one I felt was my 10. I know there's a lot of them, you know, to pick from. There's probably still more that I have back there that I could say from front to back, it's the perfect album. But I feel that one really deserved justice, and to me, that there really isn't too many more albums that can get that much more perfect. So there's my 2 cents on it. You know, I don't know what else to say. Oops, almost forgot. The vinyl community is totally cool. A love of music is the only rule. I give you my perfect 10 in hopes that all will spin and find zen. Bye.